What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Gym Floor. 5 ways to build an online business. So how to start getting online clients when you want, how you want, and the people that you want. We also unpack quite a bit about AI in the opening because Jason and I have been using it to great effect more recently, and we're looking at starting to just kind of weave it into our education processes inside Standout PT, and maybe even our free upcoming workshop, which is titled Why You're Not Making 10 Grand a Month and What You Can Do to Fix It. The link for that is in the show notes. It's also on the website. No bullshit, no payment, no tricks. Just jump on, register, you'll get the link, and you can come along to that workshop for free. We'll unpack exactly what you need to change in your business to start hitting 10K months from where you are right now. As always with these episodes, please like, share, subscribe. We put a lot of effort into making sure they're super valuable, and actually they should, if you not just listen but apply, affect the bottom line of your business. And all we ask in return is you just hit the subscribe button, hit a like, drop a comment, give us some feedback, good or bad. We're actually really enjoying getting some negative comments every now and then. It's really fun for us to go back and forwards. So feel free, positive or negative comments. We'd love to hear from you. And enjoy the episode. Make sure you've subscribed because next week we've got Jacob in from PWR Supplements. We're going to talk about opening a supplement store, lessons from real estate that have been taken into running business, and then also being a startup in online coaching space. And like I said at the end, he's also pretty jacked. So should be a fun conversation. Enjoy this episode, and we'll see you next week. Cheers. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah.
All-time high this week.
Let's go.
Both the lads.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Why?
Oh, just like, I think because we're in this rebuild, workload's obviously changed. Was developing so much for the core businesses.
Yep.
It's almost like our coaching's been overlooked.
Yep.
And like I think as of last night, I hit 40 for the first time.
Congratulations.
So it's like on top of. So I had an all-time high, but I got 2 paid in fulls for mentoring.
Yeah, which will.
And then I put 3 clients on this week.
It's huge.
It's like fucking wild. And yeah, just like looking at the development because we're frustrated with other parts of the business. Yeah. The drive that we're putting in there, and that's like, actually, we're doing good.
Doing all right, man. Yeah, that's last year. That's our reflection of last year repeating itself. It's just high standards, man.
Yeah.
It's like when you see holes and shit, you're like, I'm not going to smile until they move in the direction I want. Like, everything's failing until that one thing drives in the direction you want. But yeah, it's good to remind yourself.
I told my wife.
Things are going all right.
And she's like, you don't seem... So it's like the interviews for VA Monday, interviews for appointment setter Monday. This fucking project I've been working on since LJ was 3 months old. I have submitted for review to the mentors. Like, we're doing it. The VA is obviously going to execute the marketing on. All-time high income, 3 clients this week. And he was like, you don't seem that excited. And I'm like,
It's just business.
Get a cigar and I'll sit down for 10 minutes on the weekend. And that's it.
I feel like the longer you work in small business and entrepreneurship, like you just can't have your emotions swing so far. I think we've spoken about this multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, Steph said the same. Steph said something to me once, like, you're less, what'd she say? Like, you're less optimistic.
Jovial.
It's like you're just less optimistic. And I'm like, it's not that. It's just like, it's exhausting to have your emotions up here.
Yeah.
And then within 10 minutes or the next morning, just have them crushed into the floor.
Yeah.
Which literally can happen, as we all know. So I'm like, now I just try my best when it's like things are going really poorly. Cool your jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the sooner you cool your jets, the sooner you get to work.
Yeah.
And then it's like, when things are going your way, it's just like, still cool your jets because you still got work to do.
Yeah.
It's just, things are moving in the right direction. And then you have the energy when, the next day if something fucking happens, the world ends or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just said, I'm like, I just feel like it's a bit of maturity. It's maturity in business,
Yeah.
Like, remember when you got your first client? Like, I just remember I got my first client, drove home, and I was like pumping the tunes and like singing, and like, I was like, it's gonna be all right.
Yeah. And then you lose your first one, and you think everything's over.
That's it. You pull your sheets over. It's like, everyone hates me. It's like your first breakup. You reckon, like, you're not going to be able to exist anymore.
Yeah, I'm not a good enough personal trainer. I'll never make it.
Will I ever love anyone ever again?
Yeah. Yeah. Fascinating. But I think, and you should too, just like, because I don't drink anymore. It's my new... I looked at the cognac and I was like, no, I'm going to get a small cigar instead. Because it's better for me.
Fair. Yeah. I've got a heap of cigars I haven't got through.
I'll just come and get one from your place.
So whip them out of the freezer.
Where, do you get them online?
They've been given to me as gifts.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that's what I do now. It's like...
I like that.
Yeah, because like, a gift... I'm not good with gifts anymore. So I can just buy my own shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
Which is really selfish and impatient, and a first world problem. But now I like, just give me like coffee or like a dinner somewhere or a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Gone off I tell them not to buy me bowls of scotch and shit because I just don't get through
them. Yeah.
Like one bottle could last me 2 years.
Yeah.
I just don't drink.
Yeah.
That much.
Enough. Yeah.
No. So yeah.
Yeah. So this would normally be like a scotch or cognac moment for me, but try a cigar.
Just a fat stogie instead.
Try a cigar. Because I think it's important that you do still acknowledge, because there's a fine line between letting the pendulum go too much and then never appreciating your work.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I feel like we forever will. Because I'm the worst at it. I still talk about it. You know what I got to do? I got to get back on the journaling. Yeah. Because I reckon if I journaled, I would
reflect more.
Be like, hey man, like you're doing great.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my prompts was from the psych was write down everything. Was it you that you're impressed with? Yeah, everything that you like did for the day that you're like, that was good. Yeah. Just write the list every day.
Is that a journal reflection on the day you've done?
So that was before bed, that one.
Not a win the day one? Yeah. I've never done a after the day's gone type one. I've always done a in the morning, like, because sometimes when I was in contest prep season and I had like just so many things happening, I was so overwhelmed that I needed to just write it all out. Yeah. So I'd wake up with anxiety. Yeah. And then I would be like, write it all out. And then obviously I was cutting as well. So I just needed to like give myself the self-belief that I can get through the day. Yeah. And then also just write through like what are the things that are troubling me, and most of them just become so insignificant that I just was like, this is stupid, and then just like went off and did the thing. So I feel like that's beneficial, but I wonder if maybe you weren't sleeping or you'll wake up in the middle of the night, heart palpitating or some shit, like would just debriefing before bed. Yeah.
It's that 3 a.m. wake up thing for me. Yeah. Yeah. So the writing of the night before is like, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I think, now it's just celebrating your wins at a personal level. Yeah. Because, even celebrating your wins in general. Like, we obviously were celebrating some big wins in Standout this week, like huge wins.
Fuck, wild.
Yeah. And you don't get to do that because it's come across as like bragging. True. So if you can't, and if you don't have a community that's inclusive of celebrating, then who do you get to celebrate with? Yeah. So then another option you have is to celebrate it with yourself in general. But if you don't do that, you fucking feel isolated, eh? Yeah. And I think like, I know that's a message I've really been trying to send. So if I'm hijacking your podcast, just tell me shut the fuck up. No. I know that's a thing I'm really trying to push with like my friends. Yeah. Is like just to be okay with like celebrating shit. Yeah. Like, just comfortable talking about money, talking about buying shit. Because we get into that age now, like people are trying to buy their second or third homes. Yeah. And people are talking investment properties. People have bought and sold shit and made money. Yeah. And then, people have gotten promotions at work and make awesome incomes. And I'm like, everyone's a bit hush about it. I'm like, boys, when I make my first milli, you're all gonna know about it.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping that to myself.
Yeah.
So I was like, you guys need to have the comfort that this circle is accepting of all of us, like sharing the W's.
Yep.
I'm like, I want all of you guys to do well. And I'm like, so we gotta just celebrate the wins, because it's like, if you don't get to celebrate them with anybody, then like it doesn't make them significant enough.
Agreed.
And I feel like in life, like that's an important thing as well,
Yeah.
So you work hard, you get up, you got these ambitions, they hurt, it takes suffering, it takes sacrifice. It's like, it's kind of fucking nice to be like, good job, bro.
Yeah, everyone to get around you.
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the wins in Standout, wild. So new email campaign got leads straight away. First online client, content feels easy. Started doing outreach. 6 online coaching consults in a day.
Yeah.
Went 4 from 6.
Wild.
Put 2 on the wait list because couldn't fit them.
Yeah.
3 post-challenge conversions. This is actually me. The winner took free coaching, so I didn't have to cough up $500. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Got 5 testimonials from the challenge itself.
Yeah.
That we can use everywhere. 2 online clients, and I think they're like first.
Yeah. They were. I think it was Zach, right?
Yeah. And then M, who we had on the podcast, we were talking about, was moving.
Yeah.
So first week, put on
a first client.
First client.
Yeah. Yeah, it's huge. And then I think Jem hit her landmark for a session, her online clients as well.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it's wild.
Yeah.
And it's amazing just like being in the room with other people that are like
aiming up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Because they all individually don't have that circle in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. It's good to know. It's good to see what others are capable of. It's good to see other people implementing something that you're about to implement or just started and seeing it work. And it's also cool to just get together and just be like, I did some cool shit.
Yeah, even us, like in the mentoring program that we're doing, it's like share your wins, and we're just like, some of them are like, fucking hell, we're minnows out here.
Absolutely.
But it makes you aim way higher.
Yeah. And it makes you believe too.
Yeah, you know what's weird? We've, in the past, like kind of shat on what looks like fraudulent numbers. Like, I did $40,000 in sales last week and shit like that, because it's like, if they stay for a year but they're not contracted. And
yeah, well, I think it's how you get the number though.
Yeah.
Like if you're working off LTV.
Yeah.
And then multiplying it by, it's like, come on, let's.
Yeah. What do you increase your weekly debits by?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me that number.
Yeah. Cash collected is always king.
But being in this course that's so heavily marketing focused.
Yeah.
Has made me at least search for the wins differently.
Yeah.
So us, like in the kitchen just now, like we put on the 22 clients last 4 weeks or 30.
Well, it's 30 in the last 4 weeks, but it's 20 something in the last month because we ticked over into February.
Yeah, so 30 clients in 4 weeks is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But we just like never really looked.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to be like,
yeah, well, we should have.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, well, how do we...
Well, I need to fucking look because I need to make sure all this fucking marketing stuff I'm doing is actually working because it's taken up my whole life.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you do, Jason? I sit on Canva and CapCut all day.
Yeah. That is my job. What do you do, Zoom. Ben? I talk to Zoom all fucking day.
Canva, CapCut, and Zoom.
Yeah.
That's lit.
I'm doing everything I can to not use Canva and CapCut again.
Yeah.
BA is on Monday, which was last Monday when this came out.
I actually really enjoy just a tiny bit of it. Not a lot.
I know.
You know I do.
Yeah.
I know you really don't.
You see my pin post this morning? I was pretty happy with
it. Yeah, it was good.
Not bad.
No, it was good.
Not bad. Yeah. We have an inverted
Some of your posts have been good. I mean, they obviously just used my templates, but...
Hey. This one, thank you, was...
There's been a couple...
This one's an MA one.
There's been a couple I went into...
You stole?
Yeah. No, there's been a couple... There's even been a couple in there and I'm like, oh, he's doing good. Yeah.
Do you like my new tweet post with the picture?
Yeah, the picture's good.
So I did tweet posts.
Yeah.
And then I did straight pictures. The straight pictures tanked. So like, okay, let's try both. Because I was like, there's not enough of my clients on my page.
Yeah.
When you go to the profile, you're like, it's just me.
I got to that's why I just like sporadically I'm just putting up like client pictures.
Yeah, so I do the results. Obviously the results go out once a week.
I reckon you got to do more than once a week.
Yeah, especially the amount of content we put out now.
Yeah,
but I think if I use the background pictures, because I'm alternating me, client every day.
Yeah.
That's
you got your results and your pinned post though, right? You should.
I do as
naughty
like
boy if you don't.
I do as like a background.
No, I mean like
I don't think I have a results.
Yeah,
pinned.
so I think that solves that problem.
Yeah,
because on our page, on our business page, results, offers.
Well, I've still got the weight loss challenge up there, so I can put that in the bin.
Yeah,
I was just deciding whether I'm going to put a new lead magnet up or not, because I've still got heaps to do in those strength guides I haven't maximized.
Yeah,
because they're not specific enough, guys.
Yeah.
Ultimate Strength Guide is a fucking boring title, and lots of people sit down.
I missed the mark too on the lead magnet, but we already know what we're going to do next.
So I got on chat yesterday to make a niching doc, and to build. Basically, the goal was to adequately describe who I wanted to coach, how I wanted to coach them, what problems I was going to solve, and what the business model was.
Yeah.
To then give to someone to be like, tell me if this is good.
Yeah.
Someone that coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And I use chat to like draw out my answers. So like I was like, they're this, and I'm like, what do you think? Give me more examples. Then I was just like, make them more emotive, make the language stronger. By the end of it, I was like, I want to buy this thing.
Yeah, nice.
Like this is fucking, I want this. So that got us talking, and interestingly enough, I don't know if you saw, but Tim posted and the fucking minute we were having that conversation.
Yeah, AI is
about
over.
AI.
Yeah.
So interesting. What do you think? Do you have any new thoughts on AI, or are we still in the same spot?
I haven't gone any further, but like I know it's developing at a faster rate than any other, kind of evolutionary thing that's going to change the way we act and behave.
Yeah.
Like the computing power is just getting better and better and better.
Yeah. So, for example, I wrote like my 5 pillars of what the business is going to be. One of them is going to be like physical coaching. So strength, nutrition, energy management. And it was like get stronger was one of the goals. Get on top of nutrition, regain consistency, feel energetic again, focus on sleep and recovery and downtime. So this is aimed at like high performing individuals. It's changed it to rebuild strength and feel physically powerful again, not weak, sluggish and run down. Establish a sustainable nutrition approach that fits the demanding schedule without obsessive tracking. Regain consistent energy levels and perform at a higher level without constant reliance on caffeine. Improve quality sleep and reduce the daily feeling of exhaustion that drains productivity. I was like, I'll buy that.
Yeah. Sign me up.
So I think so we had the conversation yesterday. It's like, can we introduce can our workshops be, this is the concept.
How can you leverage AI?
This is what we're going to need to do. Do the thing. Now this is the prompt to give chat to make it better.
Yeah.
And go from there. I think we can, and we're going to test it. So our next big workshop will be this niching kind of approach.
I think I reflected on our discussion yesterday, and I think we come to a really happy medium of the understanding of the legwork needs to be done beforehand to leverage the AI.
Yeah.
I think if you're in a position where you just never want to consider using AI and you reckon that anyone that does is lazy or whatever,
stupid.
You are gonna get left behind. You're gonna get left in the dust. I can't tell you how quickly as well.
And I guarantee anyone who says that can't use it.
Yeah,
effectively.
Or it's just one of those people that it always takes them a little bit to be when things.
I'm not getting an iPhone.
Yeah, when waves come through.
Yeah.
I was
Instagram.
I was a little bit like that. I used to be like that with fashion, and then Steph's like, "You'll buy it in fucking 3 months. I know you will."
Yeah.
And then I buy it. She's like, "Here you go. Yeah. I told you 3 months ago." So now I just buy it when she tells me to.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, right, I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
But it's the same. It's just getting through the waves. We saw there was this kind of change and like not over reliance, like heavy reliance on technology, like within fitness. And we were like, that's a thing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden our clients are like, oh, I don't want to do spreadsheets and I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. Have you got this? Have you got that? So we plug that hole. Now it's like, what else is going on?
Yeah.
What other things do we need to know about? What other things can we leverage? Who can be the first adopter?
Yeah.
I reckon like if you're in if you understand the concept of like cryptocurrency, you understand the concept of early adoption.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying as in like, fucking throw your money down the drain and like, or you can get rich. But it's like if you can understand the concept of early adoption like that, it's like that's where you see those people who like turn into like millionaires from early adoption and shit. And it's kind of a similar concept in terms of progression.
Yeah.
If you get onto a concept like AI early, when everybody else is like at a barbecue and they're like, oh, have you heard of that chat GPT?
Yeah. My kid uses it.
You're 2 or 3 years ahead of these people.
Yeah. Remember Gary Vee was always like, whatever the 14-year-olds are doing?
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah. And that's, everyone's doing their homework on it.
Yeah. The hardest part is like being in education.
Yeah.
Because because not only the kids use it, the staff use it.
Yeah.
So, when they have to do reports and shit?
Yeah.
100%. They're just like, apply back. So now there's like parameter, like now they need to make like software for the software to work out if they've used AI. And I'm pretty sure universities are using it too.
Yeah, 100%.
So they're trying to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure.
And then a new AI comes out.
No. So this is the best part. It's like cheating, right? In games. So cheat software, then the game has its own anti-cheat.
Yeah.
Beats the cheat software. The new cheat software comes off, beats the current firmware. So it's a game of cat and mouse. So there is now a program.
Basically describing WADA.
Absolutely. So there's a program.
Poor Lance.
That he shouldn't have pissed that dude off, man. It all went downhill when he started being a fucking jerk. So there's a program that you can put your AI generated content into that writes it in a way that's not AI, but it's AI.
Yeah.
So it's like, even sometimes in chat, I'm like, can you make this not sound like you?
Yeah.
Make it sound like me.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then it's like, again, game of cat and mouse. Yeah. So I wonder if like we're going to get like just less intelligent as a civilization. Yeah. But like our advancements in, everything. Yeah. Will they be faster?
What are we advancing now?
Yeah, I don't know. Medicine, science. Absolutely.
Yeah. I guess that's going to come down to prompting AI though.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that's what we'll be advancing as a civilization in areas that are relying on AI, but we're not getting smarter because when like your teacher was always like, oh, you won't have your calculator with you when you're older. You're just like, yeah, bullshit. Now I have the internet in my pocket.
Mr. Bean middle fingers out the fucking door.
Yeah, so now they not only do they, because we still have to have comprehension. Now you don't have to have any.
Well, you still do now. Whether you do it in the future would be interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's the sweet spot we're in as educators is the people we're working with don't have the comprehension of, because one of the we're actually going to segue. So the title of the episode
Sorry, I'm just hijacking this.
No. Fucking get after it. The title of the episode is 5 Tips to Get Online Clients.
Yeah.
One of the biggest ones is your niche sucks. Being online, your niche has to be fucking good, and it can't be get strong.
Yeah, it can't be like, motivation.
Because if you're going to come out and say, hey, do you want to get stronger? And I say, hey, do you want to rebuild your strength, feel physically powerful again, and not feel weak, sluggish, and run down? I'm fucking murdering you.
Absolutely.
Like, it's game over.
Absolutely.
You didn't get to make a phone call and get that person in front of you and build rapport and get excited. Yeah. It's like, we went head to head and you lost. So niching is going to be being able to niche well as the online space evolves is the thing.
Yeah.
And the AI concept that we're talking about from like using it in Standout is I want to run a niche workshop. If you want to come, maybe we'll make it a public one.
Sure.
But right now, the public workshop is on March 12th, 1 p.m. It's a Wednesday. You're welcome. Why you're not making 10K months and how to fix it. Link is in the show notes and on the website. Go register. It's free.
See you there.
No bullshit. Just come
Yep.
and I'll give you everything you need. So if I can sit down in a workshop and I know what a deep niche is, what it looks like, how it works, how to put it together, how to develop the individual, and then how to make sure your pain points aren't, they don't eat enough protein, they're fucking, I don't have enough energy to play with my kids when I get home from work. And the trainer doesn't. And I can teach the trainer, here's how to prompt AI to get better answers.
Yeah, to get an understanding.
There's still a human interaction there.
Yeah.
But then I'm navigating this weird thing. So there's someone in the program we're doing that does AI training.
Yeah.
So you can buy a course of like...
This is how to optimize it.
Yeah, and she calls them like... It's weird. It's like almost building...
Bot?
Builds a bot using chat.
Yeah, you can build bots, yeah.
Yeah.
I looked into it, try and build a bot to buy shoes.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, but then I had to like buy a server and I had to pay a certain amount a month. I was like, fuck, I'd have to buy shoes and sell them every month because the server was like $500 a month or something. That was for a shit one.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. You got to be right into it.
Yeah. So, I'm like, but I can just ask chat how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, instead of buying your course on how to use AI, I could just ask AI how to use AI. But will I and can I ask the right questions?
Yeah, I think
the most expedient way is to get the course, right?
I was just about to say, you're shaving the time of learning by hiring someone who's better than you at it.
Yeah.
That's why you leverage people's experience, right?
Yeah, and if, like, I had never considered the idea that you would build a bot to... So one of them's like they've got a marketing bot.
Spots, you can make a bot for almost anything.
So it's like, I've never thought of building my own AI robot to run our marketing. Yeah. Like, it's a staff member, dude. You're building a staff member.
Yeah, I know.
It's wild.
It's insane.
And I had never thought of that.
It's the start of having Javas.
Yeah, and I don't even know enough about marketing to build it because I don't know what to tell it.
You don't know what you need to know.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the students, right? It's like, well, they don't know our value compass is amazing, but if you don't understand your client well, it's still got limitations.
Yeah, you can use AI as much as you want if you're not prompting it in the way that you need to. Like, it's not going to be as effective.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I think it's just changing people's perception. I think as business owners, we need to be open to these things that are going to help us with productivity and creativity.
Yeah.
And we need to be more accepting of those things because it's not there to... Like, it's not there to work against us. Like, we have to work with it. So as soon as you remove that barrier, then you're going to go, right, well, how can I bring this into my business and make it a team member?
Yeah.
Leverage my time. Get my creativity back. Like, I know there's been sometimes, man, I've been like an absolute creative block. And then I'm just like, I need to do this. What do you need to help me?
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then just like, you know, if you're just task orientated, this is the task, answer from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Boom, it comes out and it's like, cool, I'm back. And then you've got this idea in your head. Sometimes you're like, that was mid.
Yeah.
Or you landed. Or it goes, cool, I've got this, but I'm going to do this thing instead over here because I've got this as a framework.
Yeah.
You just can't be resistant to that shit.
So we have a niching doc, like a niching unit in the course. And then we have one in the course that we're doing.
Yeah.
So I'd been referred to do it, and I was like, all right. And I'd just spoken to one of my mentees, like one-on-ones. Like, your niche isn't where it needs to be. It's too confusing. I'll send you the niche doc once I've done it, and I'll refine it and give it to you, and then you can do it, and we'll talk about it on the call. And I just didn't quite get there. So I was like, how about we do it together? So I was doing it with him and then adding my prompts into ChatGPT as we went. And then that was upskilling his answers as well.
Yeah. And
I don't know if you noticed, but Jace basically hosted Q&A yesterday because I was in this hyper fixation of like, I have to build this right now. Because like, again, it was that first creative thing that I've done in ages.
Yeah.
And it was enough to just be like, there's the fire. And I'm like, I can see the matrix.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
How that kind of all comes together.
So how else do we get online clients?
So let's go in on what a good niche is.
Yep.
So I think personal trainers are still prescribing way more than they think they're talking about problem solution, like client problems and pain points. And pain points are so much more common now. Like, I'm going to post about pain points. 99% of the time, they're still prescription based. They're not emotional. They're not about a feeling that someone has.
Yeah, and they're not telling a story either.
Yeah, they're too scared to say...
They're selling the outcome through the pain point.
Yeah, and like we're redeveloping both sides of the business at the moment. And like we're not coming at this as like you're dropping the ball. This is the evolution I think that's happening right now.
Absolutely.
That what worked to sell $40K a month, $40K a quarter for us.
Yeah.
12 months, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, is shifted.
Absolutely.
You could say, do you want to get leaner? Do you want to get stronger? Do you want to fucking lose weight? Whatever. You could do that and win.
Yeah.
Now it's got to be more than that.
Yeah.
So it's got to be, do you hate what you see in the mirror? Are you sick of your clothes not fitting properly?
Or like, do you want to lose X amount of weight while still eating the foods that you like?
Yeah.
Just painting a picture, seeing an outcome that's something that they want.
Yeah. It's tangible. It's emotion based.
Yeah.
Like you can't, I don't think you can play with that safe language anymore.
No, I think like if you break down like, what's the equation that they use to make decisions to buy? Is it the value equation?
Yeah.
So it's like likelihood of achievement over the timeline, and then it's like the effort and the sacrifice. So if you actually take those 4 quadrants and just think about them, that's where like you should be niching with the idea of ticking all of those boxes in those quadrants.
Agreed.
So when someone sits down and when someone even just looks at what you do, they can already see like what the outcome is. So they're like, cool, outcomes ticked in the value quadrant already, like one of those, or the value equation, sorry. Value quadrant's a different thing. And then now they're like, likelihood of achievement, oh, look at all these results that I see on the page.
Yep.
You already. Then you go on the sales call.
So most coaches are missing the outcome.
Yeah, so then, absolutely.
Some coaches have proof.
Absolutely. And then on the sales call, you're telling them about the effort and sacrifice that's needed.
Yeah.
Right? So you're like, hey, for you, like, in 16 weeks' time, you're going to lose 3 centimeters off your waist, add 1 to 2 kilos muscle, increase your squat, whatever it is, right? And this is how it's going to look.
Yeah.
4 sessions a week, track your food, whatever. Half the equation they've already decided upon. That's why they're at the call.
Yeah.
So now it's on you to sell the dream and the obstacles. All of a sudden, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's an example of your niche. So one of the old niches that we have is like type A personality earns 60K plus or 70K plus, training top 3 priorities. Can't remember what else we had in there. Goal of like either strength or body composition outcomes.
Wait, who's this for?
That's one of the old ones that we had.
Oh, the old ones.
Floating around on a value compass somewhere.
Yeah.
This is for a different niche, but language-wise.
Yeah.
Who do I serve? High-achieving, career-driven humans who lead a team but feel like their health, confidence, and energy are slipping away. That's one. That's 1 of 5 points.
Yeah, ours is our new one is
as this level.
Very similar to that.
Yeah. They're driven, ambitious, and expect excellence, yet they feel stuck, exhausted, and disconnected from themselves.
That's swear God,
it's the same line. They have gym experience. They lack structured system that fits their demanding lifestyle. Yeah. They hold themselves to a high standard in business and in life, but they know they're falling short physically and mentally. Like, if you're still coming in with like, is training important to you?
Yeah.
Like, if that's your call to action. Like,
yeah. I keep you motivated.
Yeah, like, bruh, that's fucking hard to compete with, man.
Yep.
So, yeah, getting your niche.
And how many of those ones do you see compared to how many of those ones you see?
Correct.
So it's so easy to just, when you look at like differentiation as being like a key element, you know, to standing out to your prospects, like so easily you can already do that just here, let
Yeah.
alone your results, let alone your message, let alone your branding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you just need to think about that person every post you create.
Yeah.
What does it look like aesthetically? What does it read like? What are the words you use? Like,
Well, once you have that profile, though, it's like you create that profile to communicate with, like, in your AI.
yeah, well, yeah. I think the issue is people make their niche and then like go to make a piece of content and forget it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I need to appease everyone and not upset anyone.
You gotta put it. Do you have yours in your memory of your AI?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, make this for
this
person.
Yeah.
It thinks I work for UStrong.
Yeah.
So it always uses UStrong as the gym. I'm like, hey, bros.
Yeah, change that.
Yeah.
Point number 2, sell a feeling as often as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is something that we need to work into all of our marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, what is it, even for us, so say like we're selling a 10K, make 10K a month.
Yeah.
Feel like you're actually finally making progress. That you've broken out of the mundane of gym floor coach.
Freedom. Yeah. What does that look like?
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, we don't sell that a lot.
Yeah.
And that's because we're both resistant to share our success because we spoke about that. But we just got to get the fuck over it.
Agreed. Yeah. And I think most personal trainers are the same. So what is the feeling? And also it's like, say the opposite to feeling like weak and all that kind of shit from earlier. Like, we don't want to come out and say, feel fucking unreal. Feel strong, feel powerful, like what you see in the mirror. There was a couple of like examples in this one that was just like walk into a room feeling like confident enough that you fucking change the room when you walk in. And like, that's the person I want to coach for this program. It's like, like the knives and forks at the cafe stop.
Yeah.
Like that kind of, you do have eyeballs on you in the gym. Like that kind of energy.
Yeah.
If you have someone that actually wants that and they hear it, that they're not allowed to say it out loud. They're not allowed to feel like that. They can't tell their friends that. They can't tell even maybe their partner that. They want to feel that level of power. And then you're on the internet like, hey, this is it.
Yeah.
The challenge is, and I think why people don't like sharing it, is because I think it was when Em was on and she was just like, it's just one of those God moments. And I'd never heard anyone like just say it like that, because I feel the same thing. It's like that I'm bigger than you. Like, it's like,
but that's considered like negative, right? But everybody has them and everybody loves them.
Yeah. So I remember, I used to remember like it was usually another fucking grey ute every time I got to a silver ute downstairs every time I got to the gym. But when I leave at night, quite often I was the last one. Yeah. And I was just like, oof.
Yeah, it'd be funny. I'd leave and know I'm leaving before all you guys and be like, woof. I'm going home.
Because I've been here since 5.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to fucking bed before you guys.
Yeah. Because I have to be back at 5.
Yeah.
But it's those little moments.
No, of course.
And then like, if you feel them, are you willing to be like for me, it was fucking mental. The shift in my reputation, maybe perception in my gym, getting lean, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like almost no one spoke to me.
Making progress rapidly in anything will have that behavior, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like that reaction to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I know everyone's name now. It's me, bro. I know everyone in the gym's name. Do you know how fucking weird that is? We have, if you go back 2 years, there's episodes of me like, don't fucking talk to me, I'm training.
Yeah. I know.
So
proud of you.
I think that's scary for a lot of people because they don't want to admit that they feel those things when they get results. Yeah. Yeah, I think Em's a really good example of it, actually. She's like more than happy to be like, I feel hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
Layers of marketing. So when we do our marketing campaign unit, we're like, okay, this is how to do Instagram.
Yeah.
Can you do Instagram?
Yeah.
You okay? We'll have a hug. I know you're scared to post. I know you're scared of trainers. I know you're scared of fucking it up.
Judgment.
I know you're scared of trolls. I know you're scared of the whole thing. It's overwhelmed. What if it doesn't work? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I can post. Okay. Hold my poodle. Here's everything else. How far down the line? Okay, so let's go from that. So you're just doing we talk about 4 value posts plus. So I would have a client result in your own training, 6 posts a week.
Yeah.
Spoken stories 4 times a week. Unless you have a lot of video content, we get away with not many spoken stories because we do the pod. The pods get clipped.
Yeah.
You see our heads talk 5-6 times a week. And we still try and put out spoken stories.
Yeah.
2 calls to action at least per week that you have spots available for your coaching and what you do. And then DMs on top of that. That's like if you want to start to build online. That's all I did in 2018-19 to go online full time.
Same.
And I think you can still do that now.
I can get enough.
I think just the DMs would take more work.
Yeah.
It'd probably take a little bit longer. Yeah. The campaign that we're running for Learn right now that you guys are probably seeing is 8, 9, 10, 11 posts a week. 4 of them specific to the marketing campaign.
Yeah.
The others 2 for a simultaneous campaign that's running at the same time. Overlapped, so Tam's photo shoot giveaway.
Yeah.
Go find the post comment.
Yeah, get on that.
And then value adds, results, proof, etc. Stories every day, behind the scenes, calls to action, etc. Next layer, podcast. The first topic we're going to talk about in the workshop is your niche. It's how to get online clients.
Yeah.
That's why you're not making 10K. The next layer is 1 YouTube video a week. Next layer is 1 email a week. Next layer is probably 4 paid somethings simultaneously running every week. Where do you need to be as a trainer to do 10K? Do you think? So $2,500 a week.
As in doing all of that?
Do you have to do all of that? Can you just do Instagram?
I think you could get to 2K a week. I think you could get to it. I don't think you get any further.
Yeah.
Just on Instagram.
Yeah. 2.5.
Probably 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you'll just hit a block because what you need to do to move through that is not the same as what it took to get there.
Agreed.
Which we talk about all the time. And you and I have experienced it. Every single person in business will say the same.
Yeah. Even yesterday on the call, one of the other students was like, I just told him my stories all the time. And now it's like I've got a ceiling. I know I've got a ceiling. I've got to do something different, but it's scary.
Yeah.
It's like we did that for fucking ever.
Yeah.
I just have to post and tell people and we're good. And it's like, yeah, we're good, but we can't move forward.
Why am I only going 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I reckon you get away with social media for that, but then after that, you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when just examples, and I think it's a reflection of your goals too. So, like, the $2,000 thing's a benchmark, and I think you can get up to that. From there, it's like, there's guys in Standout that are making and want to make, like, 200 plus, right?
Yep.
So, you're like, well, let's have a look at what we're doing now.
That's $4,000 a week for context.
Yeah, so let's have a look at what we're doing now. And then, I don't know about if you did it in the planning calls, I was like, this is where we're at, this is where you want to be, and this is what you're doing. And I'm like, does this look like a business that does 4K a week? And they're just like, no, not at all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are your numbers? What are you this? Like, so I think, you can get away with it for a little bit, but then at some point you'll just like hit a wall and be like super frustrated.
Yeah.
And that's because there's just so many elements that you're missing.
Yeah. Even then on that campaign, like none of those things are random.
Yeah.
The content is the same across every platform for the week. So the social media ties into the podcast, ties into the email, ties into the YouTube video, and then that's used for an ad. And it all is centered around the workshop that's coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to solve the problem.
Yeah, but being in this and being mature and like obviously trying to pay attention, no one accidentally gets super successful. Like super successful. Like you can get a little bit successful maybe overnight, like just accidentally, like, you're really likable and you kind of worked and did the thing. But then from there, if they've sustained that success and evolved it, they've gotten to a point where they're like, I either need help or need to actually run this business like a business. So then all of a sudden it fucking catches like wildfire and just, grows, right?
Yeah.
So when people look at other businesses, like I know I look at businesses now and like if they're doing really well, I'm like, they like must have all their pieces together. It's not just like, oh, I need to get clients.
Yeah.
Like every week is just like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like accidental posts and accidental this. Like even just being in the mentoring program now, I'm like, everything is calculated.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yep.
There's not a single action that's by accident.
Yeah.
So every time you sit down, there has to be a purpose. And if you don't have a purpose, like you have no right in like expecting your business to grow in the direction that you want or the scale that you want. Like, you're just throwing shit at the wall. So yeah, like I just think like for anyone who's like thinks this is all like bullshit or thinks this is like just not how it is, it's like go inside sports on a business, man. Like it's doing really big numbers and has a really big team. Every single decision that they make is micro calculated. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah. And you have to do it too. And the sooner you adopt it, the better your growth will be.
Yeah. So I think Instagram, emails.
Yeah.
I don't think a podcast is required, but I would do YouTube. And if you
podcast is not worth your time if you've got a really small following.
Yeah.
It's not worth it at the start. That time, man. Like you put 5 hours like travel and all that stuff, and then the editing, and we paid like obviously Tam's an employee of ours.
Yeah.
Like that time and money, you put that into anywhere else in your business, that'll give you way more.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is a fulfillment. Even like I did the review, and Steph's like, "You spend 5 hours a week." She's like, "We spend 4 a month. The fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "I just really like spending time with Jason." She's like, "Okay, that's fine."
Yeah.
It's like if it's a fill your cup thing, then sure. But A, it's overwhelming. B, it's hard to get good at. C, it takes fucking ages. It's expensive as shit.
Yeah. It also, for us, it makes us better at the other stuff too.
Agreed. Yeah. And we have multiple income streams that all contribute and stuff.
Yeah. But you could absolutely do like social media.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Email marketing. And then start going down the route of like even paid.
Yep.
Like ads and shit. I think that would be the natural progression.
Yeah.
Before a podcast.
I think if you're terrified of YouTube so much that you don't want to speak on camera or whatever, at least to be doing blogs.
Yeah.
I think it's almost, if you want your Instagram to take you to 10K, you need a separate authority piece.
Yeah.
So like the podcast is like an authority piece. People that don't even listen to the podcast know you have a podcast, so they sign up because you have a podcast. And that, like, we've always had that effect with the blog writing as well. No one does it anymore. No one reads them. Even I can believe it in the call yesterday. And Mentor's like, "Oh, you probably just like get 100 blogs written. No one will ever read them, but they're great for SEO." And I was like, "Oh, so our blogs aren't useless because no one's fucking reading them ever."
Yeah, no one's reading nothing now.
Yeah. So it's authenticating everything else that you do by saying I'm somewhere else on the internet because everyone has Instagram. And everyone's an online coach that coaches their cousin with 2 clients.
You know where I think people read is emails.
Yeah.
But
if they like your brand.
Well, if they're on the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I don't think. So if you take your blogs and then put them into like its small digestible emails, because that is something we're going to do. You just didn't know about it. That's the go.
100%.
Yeah.
And like, so my marketing for this program I was just talking about, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Yep.
Write a blog, do a short video on the blog, and then have my VA write a short form version of the blog.
Yeah.
Post it. A quote from the blog, post it, and a tweet. So it just like slowly gets shorter content from the same piece of content for the whole week.
Yeah.
And it's out. That's it. It's like, yeah, I think blog writing, if you do it, if you don't just ChatGPT it, if you actually sit down and think about the topic and write it as a form of high value communication, will make you a better coach anyway. Yeah. But you can say the same about YouTube.
Yeah. We also paid someone to write our blogs.
Weren't they? No, so I did a huge series during COVID.
Yeah. But the ones
and the ones that we had written were from our course content.
Oh yeah,
but she got the course and wrote them, and they sucked.
And they were shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. Like, I'm not trying to contradict you. I'm just being very transparent.
Yeah.
We've tried it all.
Yeah, but we had them written from our course content, and she did it terribly.
They're so bad.
It's fine. Good for SEO, right?
Yeah. I can't even remember how much that cost us, but it's probably better not.
Yeah, let's not.
So many.
You've been doing a lot of work on messaging. So cool to have all these layers. But the message has got to be clear.
Yeah. It's got to be so clear, man.
What advice are you giving to a trainer that's listening to this that right now is like, I'm so fucking overwhelmed?
You have to be very, very specific with what it is that someone can expect from you.
Yep.
You have to. It's like people think of you, they need to think of an exact thing.
Yep.
They don't want to just be like, it's like, when people used to be like, what do we do for a job? And no one knew.
Yeah.
Like now they know.
Yeah.
Because the messaging's clear.
Yeah.
It's like we own a gym, we mentor trainers, and we coach people.
Strength body
body transformations and bodybuilding. And strength training. That's not an accident. It's like we just got really clear. But for 4 or 5 years before that, it was just like, we do a bit of this and a bit of that. Like, we're just in fitness and we're smart.
Yep.
So think about that as if you're a coach. Like, I know everyone tries to throw the blanket over everything to be the jack of all trades because then they feel like the catchment's greater.
Yep.
It's like, no. You want people to be like, you're interested in losing 5 to 10 kilos and you don't know where to go. Go speak to this guy.
Yep.
And
go.
If you don't want to have to do all of those things that we just spoke about to the 110th degree, get clear on your messaging, get good at your job, and let your current clients do some of the marketing for you. Like get so many referrals from the current clients or even people that just know and they're like, go speak to this guy. I've never interacted with them ever.
Yeah. And
I'm sure you've had the same because that's just how it works.
Yeah.
Because the messaging is very specific. So go speak to this person. They're really good at it.
Yeah.
And then they go on your page and it's everything kind of lines up. Your bio is like, I do this, and that. The results, the content. And then you go, how'd you find me? Oh, this person told me and I had to look at all your results and stuff. And this is exactly what I need.
Yeah.
So
half my book is that.
You've just got to be so clear. I know it's scary. I know there's contradictions in your mindset about like, but I can't say that I get this specific outcome because it's on them. It's like, you can say, you just need to take that out of it and be very definitive with your language. It's like the messaging thing. Like, interacting with people, like the best advice that we got was like, just be definitive and assumptive.
Yep.
So assume people are doing well, assume they're killing it, because if they're not, they're going to try and prove you wrong.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect thing because then you can help them.
Yep.
So you've just got to be definitive and assumptive that you're going to do your job to the 10th degree.
Yep.
Because that's how you want to be anyway. Like, you can't sit there. It's like, if I needed knee surgery and I spoke to the doctor and then he's like, look, I can do my job, but like if this person doesn't rock up and then this guy is sick for the day, I might not be able to do it. It's like, no.
Yeah.
He's like, I got you covered, brother.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
We're going to do this, and that, and you'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Like, no one's sitting there with like the worst case scenario and then using that as their messaging. It's like, no, fuck that, man. You work with me. I'll get you in the best shape of your life.
Yeah.
It's like, you work hard, you follow our method, you can look like one of these people too.
Yep.
Everybody wants to hear that.
Yep.
And that's what I want to project as well.
Yep.
It's like conviction's everything.
It's really powerful. I really like the definitive on like who you are too. So during that same call we did the niching. One of the questions like, what do people know you as?
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't know yet. What do you want to be known as? Are you a personal trainer? Are you a coach? Are you like what?
Yeah.
What? He's like, I think coach. I'm like, okay. So when you go to the barber next and you say you're a coach, the fuck does that mean? And he was like, Mike, do you coach basketball? Do you coach?
Yeah.
Like, what do you coach? Your mindset coach? You
Yeah.
Work in corporate or like what? He was like, fuck. Like, so you want to do fat loss through strength? That's your tag. Like, yeah. I'm like, so you're a fat loss coach. He's like, yeah. I'm like, because no one's hiring fat loss through strength for the strength element.
No.
They want fat loss.
Yeah, it's just cool that they feel strong at the end of it.
If your model to getting them to that is strength, awesome. On the back end, they'll be like, I love the strength gains, and I'm going to continue for the strength gains. The front end is, I want to lose 10 kilos.
Yeah.
So your message is, do you want to lose 10 kilos? Because I'm the fat loss coach that helps people lose 10 kilos.
Yeah.
And I do it through the barbell.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's super important.
Yeah. It has to be crystal clear, the message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just something funny. So, in my notes, I update my podcast notes every single week. I don't know if I had to host fit or just like I brought stuff in that I wanted to talk about. The last topic I wrote down was trackies tucked into your socks and Rick from the gym. I think it was Jess was here, so maybe I had to host. That's how long ago this was. So you were in the Philippines?
No,
so I just haven't updated my fitness.
Oh, yeah, because, yeah, you did talk about that. Yeah, that's hilarious. Fucking hell.
Throwback.
There's like, I would have 200 notes in between.
The Hawk Twerk girl is on here
Yeah.
as a topic to talk about. It's fucking hilarious.
Jesus.
She's had a wild ride since then.
Absolutely.
Last one. 5th thing you need to do of the 5 things to get online clients. Do fucking outreach.
Yep.
Stop putting your name on the PT board and putting on a PT shirt and thinking people are going to come work with you.
Yeah, outreach is everything.
It didn't work in the gym. It's not going to work online.
If you need it to work in the gym, go speak to people.
But that's what, like...
No, if you are in the gym, like...
Correct.
But, like, if there's people listening to this now, though, like, and you're not outreaching to people in the gym and, like, talking to people, like, bro, missing out hard.
But you know, if you're even having the thought of, like, I want to get online clients...
Yeah.
Suggest to me that you have some face-to-face clients, which means you didn't get them from the PT board or because you had a polo on.
No.
Like, or you put a fucking poster up. Like, none of your clients are from that.
No.
That's what having an Instagram page is.
Yeah.
I don't care if all of this is good. We're literally hiring someone on Monday to engage with our audience.
Yeah.
To go and speak to the people.
Yeah, and I've been doing it in between that very intermittently, but would like to do it more often.
Same.
Yeah.
Good at it on my page.
Yeah. I'm horrible on it on my page.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I absolutely agree with that. You need to foster.
That's how we run 3 businesses and still do more than 10K weeks coaching.
Yeah.
While we're running everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to like just break the barrier down to communication. And then show them like you're actually interested in them as well, because it's like a way to do it. Like we're not just like, hey, we were just talking to people like, so that
want to do coaching.
Yeah, like it's not like that. It's if someone's following your page, that means they have a direct interest in who you are and what you do.
Especially if you're messaging.
Yeah. So then you're like, cool, we've got common ground. Like you know, it's going to be training related, so you can break those barriers down. Like, hey, you know, you look really strong. I bet you're killing it with your results at the moment.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, hey, actually, I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, why not? What's happening? Yeah. I'm really struggling with this. Maybe you have a resource if you don't have the confidence to take that conversation to like, hey, I could help you on a call. Cool. So like, I've got a really good resource. Would you like it?
Yeah.
Just need your email. Cool. They're on your email list now. They've got the resource. You help them. Then you can follow up with it. Hey, how'd you go with that? Like, I the reason why I know so much about this is because I've been going in on it over the last 3 to 4 days. But it's really opened my eyes to, like, we always spoke about like DMs and outreach is everything. The issue is people don't know how.
Yeah.
Once you work out how and you understand that there's just going to be some people that just don't reply back and that doesn't need to hurt your feelings, like you just keep moving on, bro. And you're just like, cool, all right, can I reflect and like get better at like the messaging so I don't sound like a robot?
And also the amount of times that I've got a direct inquiry or a DM for like from the website or a DM and open it up and it's like, I messaged this person 3, 6, 12, 24 months ago.
Yeah.
And they left me on scene.
Yeah.
And now they're like, hey, do you have any coaching spots available?
Yeah.
It's like, who fucking cares?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then just like understanding how it all works, even just from like the social media perspective, like you have like a really small window from when someone follows you for the algorithm to realize that you guys are interested in each other's stuff.
Yeah.
So if someone follows you and then they like a bunch of your posts, like it'll identify that you like that person likes your stuff, so it'll push more stuff at them. However, if they don't like any of the stuff, so you could be on like an off day with your content and maybe you put a couple of quote posts up and it doesn't line up with that person or whatever. If they don't hit like on those buttons, like Instagram's like, cool, you're not interested anymore.
Yeah.
So how you get around that is you send this person a direct message and then that interaction, and if you guys engage back, so chatting
to the front,
it'll just push that person, your content to the forefront of that person's
first story,
feed.
First post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got to just have a think about the benefit to that. And yeah, like if you're not getting conversations and replies, like just reflect on how you actually articulating those messages. Like it just comes with practice, man.
Yeah.
And then just like so the other thing I thought about is like if you're not good at the messaging part and like say you're failing on that, it's like it's fine. Go the other way and compliment their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To engage in conversation that way.
Yeah.
So like people who follow you obviously train. So if they're training, like I don't know how many times I'm like, I love that exercise.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it's mad. That's it.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll leave it there. You know, it's like just there's other ways when you understand how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, start communicating with people.
Get a deeper niche. Sell feelings instead of outcomes as much as possible.
Yeah.
Layers of marketing. So you can still have your tagline. So we built, like Zion was like strength through fat loss. Lose 10 kilos. Do you want to lose 10 kilos is the thing.
Yeah.
Then, do you want to feel this?
Yeah.
Do you want to, he's looking at like 40-year-old parent kind of thing. It's like, do you want to feel yourself again? Do you want to feel younger? Do you want to find your identity again? Do you want to have something outside of your family? Do you want to, it's like that.
Yeah.
That's what, it's like, do you want to lose 10 kilos? Yes. Do you want to feel like this? Fuck yes.
Yeah.
That's where the gap is. So feelings as often as possible. Layers of marketing. If you're just doing Instagram, add one more thing.
Yeah.
Get on top of it. Once that's systemized and easy, add another thing. So on and so on. Or be like we do and just do everything at once.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Make sure your message is actually clear. Yeah, you can do the photos. I wonder if you could just take a screenshot and put it into AI and be like, tell me based on just the imagery, what do you think I do? Because it was like roast my Instagram profile.
Oh, it'll absolutely tell you.
I reckon you could do that. And
that'd be a pretty cool review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me based on the imagery of this post what I do. You should do that.
Do we have to? I was going to say, do we have time to do it now?
Let's do it.
I don't want it to roast mine.
You don't have to roast. Just tell me what I do.
It'll only get the first tile, but that's okay. Because
first 9.
Well, no, because it'll.
No, so don't include any of that. Just imagery.
So we're not using the bio.
No.
Okay.
That's a better test.
Ooh. Oh, my hands are sweating.
So it's the first. It'll be like 9 tiles.
All right, let's.
And then
keep speaking. If
your message is clear, tested it, start doing outreach. Our silver standard is 20 engagements a week. Our gold standard is 40. So it's 40 conversations with different people every single week. On average, 40 a week. I was putting on 1 to 2 clients a fortnight. And then if you do 20, it's like 1 a month.
Yeah.
And my content was fucking shit when I was doing that.
Do you want?
Yeah. How'd you go?
So based on these photos, it looks like you're a fitness coach, body transformation specialist, or personal trainer. Your content focuses on client progress, training advice, nutrition mistakes, and industry insights, which suggests that you're helping people build muscle, lose fat, and optimize their training. The post about hitting 10K months as a PT also indicates that you might mentor other personal trainers on growing their business. Let me know if I'm on the right track.
Fuck. Say go deeper.
Go deeper. Go deeper.
Oh.
Yeah.
That chiropractor post that Minnie shared.
This is significantly. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, we're fucking like 10 minutes.
Looking at your content, you're more than just a personal trainer. You're likely an authority in the fitness and coaching space, specializing in body transformations. Your posts emphasize performance, physique development, and high-level coaching principles, which suggest you work with serious clients, possibly competitors or individuals committed to maximizing their potential. Your pinned post, ways to work with me, a little about me, indicate that you're actively building a personal brand, positioning yourself as an expert rather than just another coach. The mix of client transformations, training tips like nasty chest pump, and business advice for PT suggests that you're also involved in mentoring other coaches, helping them scale their business while maintaining high coaching standards. The branding and engagement levels show
that a little smile between each line. Yeah.
The branding and engagement levels show that you're strategic with content creation, likely using Instagram as a lead generation tool. Your messaging style is direct, no nonsense, and results focused, reinforcing idea you attract the clients who value high performance and accountability. You probably run an online coaching business alongside potential in-person training or consulting for trainers. Does this align with what you do? It's like, it's pretty fucking bang on. Yeah.
Fuck.
There you go.
Wow.
So that's a fucking great way to, at the moment, if you're just curious, like where your messaging lies.
Yeah.
Do that. That took 2 minutes.
And this is the power, like going back to this conversation at the start.
Do your ICA first.
This is where like AI is powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. Do your ICA first and then do that snapshot and then overlap them. And that's like, cool, I'm missing.
Yeah.
It's like, then fill the gaps. That's a great activity, bro.
Fuck. Everyone's doing that in Standout this week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it without the pinned posts.
Yeah.
Because I think that's even more of a challenge.
Should do it on the actual Learn page.
Oh, true. I'll do mine first. Just in case I learn my shit.
It's not gonna... It's all right. We're working on it.
What prompt did you give?
I just said, looking at these photos, what do you think I do for a for a job?
Go. Oh, I'm nervous.
I'm so happy with that. So much work has gone into that.
All right, looking at your Instagram feed, I assume you are in the fitness industry, specifically as a coach or mentor. The mix of content suggests you coach clients in strength training, body composition, and general fitness. Mentor personal trainers on business growth, particularly to hitting their first 10K months. Sharing motivational and educational content for both trainers and gym goers. Have strong presence in both in-person and online. Looks like you're balancing direct fitness coaching with business mentoring for PTs, which aligns with what I know you're about with your work. If I didn't know you, I'd guess you're either a personal trainer or business.
Listen to how it's speaking to you.
With a business-focused angle or gym owner helping their trainers.
Yeah.
Go deeper.
Yeah, even I'm just fascinated with the evolution in the replies.
The language.
The replies are just so much more...
It knows how I talk.
It's so refined now.
Yeah. Core identity and positioning. You're not just a personal trainer. You're a coach, business mentor, and an educator. You balance clients' transformation, strength, body composition, and mindset with helping other personal trainers grow their business. Your brand is direct, no nonsense, but supportive. So ours are different.
Yeah.
You're calling out mistakes, challenging perspectives, and offering actionable solutions. You seem to target both gym goers wanting better results and P2s who aren't hitting their financial goals. Your branding is sharp, confident, and engaging with a mix of motivational content, industry insights, and educational posts. Target audience are fitness enthusiasts and lifters, personal trainers who aren't hitting 10K months. Your content strategy: technique breakdown, mindset and discipline, body composition insights, business growth mentorship, clear, bold CTAs, business tips, direct call-outs, brand and authority. You're not afraid to share your opinions. You have social proof, and you're balancing coaching expertise. Fuck, then how? That's wild. It just told me what my method was.
Yeah, I love that. I think
go.
No, I was going to say, I feel like some of those prompts are from the memory.
I think so too, yeah.
So, like, you know, for the guys at home, like, they may not be that detailed just because you guys haven't populated your memory. But it still will give you good insights, man. That's a great task. Well done, bro. We both passed that. Passed with flying colours.
We did it live and it was shit. Like, fuck.
Hey, live by the sword, die by the sword, baby.
Walk the walk or else.
100%.
Yeah. That was a cool episode. I hope it was useful. I hope it gives some of you some inspo to go play with AI. And then also just to review those 5 things.
Yeah. So, so I agree. I also have another inspirational quote to share.
Sick. Get it.
Because I'm going to try and leave with everybody on a positive note. Just one sec, I've got to bring it up. It's like on RBP, like Paul does like a prayer, and it's real shit. This is going to be really good. So
Guess we're
There
not
will
having Paul
be-
on the episode anytime soon.
No, it's so shit. It's just he just talks about how bad his life is.
Right, okay.
And when it's supposed to be a prayer,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
All right, here it is. So there will be good days, and there will be bad days. No, there will be good days, and they're great. There will be bad days, and they're okay. Because the bad days are part of the reason that we are so strong, and that strength is what we need to take our lives to the next level.
Oof. Yeah.
Amen.
Amen indeed. I like that a lot. Awesome. That was a great ep.
Yeah.
If you got
That's fun.
value, please like, share, comment, subscribe, give us some feedback.
Yep.
We have had feedback that there's an obvious shift in the content. So we would love to hear if you've noticed, if you feel like the episodes are improved. And don't forget, obviously, the free workshop. So if you're currently not making 10K per month, you want to, it's a free workshop. I'll show you why and how to fix it in about 45 minutes. March 12th, 1 p.m. I may get the date wrong because I'm slightly dyslexic, but the links will have it correct. Link is on the website. Go check it out. And thank you again for tuning in. And we'll see you next week. We have a guest. Jacob is in from PWR Supplements. We're going to talk about starting a coaching business, opening a supplement store, coming from real estate business into fitness, how he's done all of that at the same time. He's also fucking jacked. So we'll talk to him on fit as well. Then we'll go to a session and we'll have a new YouTube workout coming on the Fit channel as well.
Yeah.
If you're not over on Fit, go check out our new videos. So we've got a workout video up. We've got one that's just a chat. Jason and I unpacking our nutrition strategies for our bulk, which I watched back and found really interesting, and it was me. Maybe
I thought they were like
myself.
the most mid conversation, and then like I was like, oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So we'd love some feedback on it, and like instead of DMing us, just comment. It obviously drives the
the reach and stuff. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys. See you next week.